information Foxtrot, 2058 Zulu, wind 340 at 6, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 29er, 2.13, altimeter 29er, 901. Our nav Zulu, runway 2 and right, approaching use, landing party, runway 2 and right, and runway 2 and left. Feedback all runway assignments and hold shore instructions. All departures advise ground control, reach departure request. Arrivals contact tower on 119.8. Advise all initial contact, you have information Fox.
Free ground, this is Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta with information Foxtrot in front of Discovery Air. I'd like to pick up my IFR clearance to Torrance.
Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, ready for ground. You ready to taxi or you just want the clearance first?
799er Victor Delta, whatever. You know what, I'll taxi.
Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, runway through and right, taxi Zulu.
Through and right, via Zulu, 9er Victor Delta.
Twin Cessna 9er Victor Delta, say again, destination.
9er Victor Delta, we're going to be going to Torrance. It's Tango Oscar Alpha.
Realty ground, Skyhawk 12234 at Echo, taxi aerodynamic.
Skyhawk 12234, ready for ground, taxi Zulu.
Via Zulu 234.
So, brakes, hold, that's me. Flight controls free and correct.
Good day, ready for ground, Cessna 787 Sierra Papa at trade
That's up.
with information
That's down.
Foxtrot, ready
That's
to
up.
taxi.
Twin Cessna 9er Victor Delta, have your clearance, advise ready to copy.
So, 9er Victor Delta, ready, copy.
Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, cleared to Tango Oscar Alpha Airport via turn left heading 290, vector to San Jose, Benco, Victor 107, Avenal, then is filed. Climb maintain 4,000, expect 1000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 121.3, squawk 3615.
Yeah, this is Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, cleared to the Torrance Airport via left heading 290, then vectors for SJC, then Vinco, then Victor 107, and then Avenal, and then as filed. Frequency is 121.3 and squawk 3615. Climb 4,000 and expect 11,000 5 minutes after. 9er Victor Delta.
Twin Cessna 9er Victor Delta, read back correct.
Alright, so gonna go IFR to Torrance, LA area. Gonna be about a 2-hour flight. And retower Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, ready for departure.
Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, reading tower, standby.
9er Victor Delta, standby.
3
Just a
seconds.
guess, but I'll end up being put on the left
Twin
runway.
Cessna 9er Victor Delta, cross runway 3 and right, hold short, runway 3 and left.
9er Victor Delta, cross 31 right, hold short, through and left.
Readable tower, Cessna 173 Delta Charlie, over caliber.
That's a pretty good guess. I don't want the bet verified.
Readable tower, Cessna 173 Delta Charlie, info golf, runway 31 right.
Twin Cessna 9er Victor Delta, runway 3 and left, clear for takeoff.
9er Victor Delta, 3 and left, clear for takeoff. Go to a heading of 290, climb to 4,000.
Cessna Sierra Papa, that traffic speed 12 to 11 o'clock, a mile and a half, 2,400. Cessna, you have to Charlie, that traffic speed 12 to 11 o'clock, 1 mile, 2,100, they have you in sight.
Good, RPM is good.
Tower, 3 Delta Charlie, traffic in sight.
290.
Cessna 96 Hotel, contact ground.
Contact
Airspeed
the ground,
is
96 Hotel.
Cessna 67, cross runway 3 and right, hold short, runway 3 and
90
left.
mile an hour, pull it back.
Crossing 3 and right, hold short 3 on left, Sky 637.
Brakes, gear come up. Go to a heading of 290. Gear up.
Twin Cessna 9er Victor Delta, contact NorCal 121.3, have a good flight.
9er Victor Delta. NorCal approach, this is Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, 1,000 feet on a heading of 290 for 4,000.
We're 9 Victor Delta, NorCal approach, we're to contact, maintain 5,000, next site.
9er Victor Delta, 5,000.
Two Fox Julie, restricting traffic up to 1 o'clock, 4 miles northwest bound, climate of 11,000.
73 Foxtrot Juliet is booking.
Engine instruments in the green.
9 Victor Delta, I need pedestrian to climb.
9 Victor Delta, this is it.
Number 9 Victor Delta, turn left heading 180.
Left 180, 9 Victor Delta. Boo.
Number 9 Victor Delta, fly heading 090.
090, 9 Victor Delta.
Number 9 Victor Delta, proceed direct Inco, join Victor 107.
9 Victor Delta, direct Vimco, and then 107.
Number 9 Victor Delta, climb maintain 6,000.
9 Victor Delta, 6,000.
For 9 Victor Delta, you're clear direct Avenal, climb and maintain 11,000.
Climb and maintain 11,000 direct Avenal. That was easy. Ish. It is nice having all this doohickey with the reminders and all that stuff. That's real nice. Did not have that before, I tell you what. Alright, loose bump off. Ah, there's 7,000. That's really cool because if you forget your altitude, but you set it on the thing and it's going to go doo. Very nice. I'm telling you, I did not have any of this technology. This is like newfangled technology for me. Granted, I had the tablet, but it was never like Bluetoothed in with the audio, so it's definitely nice to have. And I don't think there was really heading bugs quite per se on this Garmin Pilot. Yeah, so sorry if I don't get any handheld phone footage from the phone here, because IFR is a whole different animal. Maybe at this quiet time I'll get a little bit of video here. Flying along here, 8,000 for 11,000, exiting the San Jose Valley. I think that's San Jose International right there, and then in the distance that's Moffett Field. You can see our flight path that we took. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. We did like a little loop because we couldn't climb fast enough.
November 799 Victor Delta, contact NorCal approach 124.52. You have an outstanding weekend.
124.52. NorCal approach, this is twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, 8,700 for 11,000.
So Cessna 799er Victor Delta, NorCal approach, the Salinas altimeter 2996.
2996. Still climbing here. We're at 9,000. I'll bring back the mixture edge.
Jet share 406, Roger.
There's 10,000. Looking for 11. Desired track was 126, but the hold course looks like it's 10 degrees to the right here. Interesting. Temperature is outside is 52, inside is 92, a tepid 92. So at this high altitude, theoretically we'll be fuel efficient, but our maximum manifold pressure, it's just full throttle, so that's all you can do. Approaching our 11,000 altitude.
Flight 3, contact approach 124.8, good day.
24-8, 203.
Our altitude here. Alright, we got our cruise on. $11,000 feet. Alright, we're about 42 minutes from the Avenal VOR, flying at 11,000 feet. Yeah, we're on our way to the Avenal VOR, doing about 156 on the ground speed. Got max throttle giving us 19.8 inches of manifold pressure. I have the RPM set to 2300. And our fuel flow on the left is like 10.6 and on the right is 10.9. And all the engine instruments are in the green, so they're all looking good. Here we have plenty of gas in all of our tanks. Don't make it down there without a problem. And there's some outside view out the window over there. Got some nice cloud cover on the coast over there. I bet it's nice and cool. Should slowly be cooling down.
You guys go 0 Mike Charlie, descend and maintain 10,000.
Should slowly start cooling down up here, I would hope, because outside air temperature last I checked was like 52 degrees. 11,500.
November 18 Bravo 5 Short approach, maintain VFR at or below 10,000.
Maintain VFR at or below 10,000, 18 Bravo 5. It's been a little while since I've flown to IFR. Let's see, the last time I flew under IFR, I think was out in February, like official under the hood IFR. That was that the flight from hell. Full IFR, turbulence, ice. Man, it was brutal. And mountains. I'm working on that video, so by the time you see this video, I don't know when that other video is going to be out, but it's going to be a while. Very busy. Life has been very busy.
Bravo 5 Short, roger. November 5 Delta Alpha, contact Oakland Center 128.7, good day.
I think that we're getting about, for this setting, this fuel flow of about 10 and 2,300 RPM, generally get about 160 something knots.
Probably 4.4.
Right now we're getting 148.
4.8, good day. 24.8, good day.
As per usual, always have a headwind.
700.
5 shot, roger, looking. I think it's probably safe to grab a little liquid.
November 8 Bravo 5 Short traffic, no factor, altitude at your discretion.
8 Bravo 5 Short, roger, thank you. Got my in-flight snack, which is peanuts and chocolate mix. Looks like it got a little melty on the way up here.
November 8 Bravo Foxtrot, change to my frequency 126.47.
Wonder how much of this stuff I'm going to spill on myself.
For the Cessna 9 Victor Delta traffic, 2 o'clock, 7 miles northeast, northeast bound, 1,500 Mitsubishi right to left, you'll see them cross ahead of you.
This is 9 Victor Delta, we'll be looking at traffic.
November 8 Bravo Foxtrot, traffic 9 to 10 o'clock and 5 miles southeast bound, level 1,000, twin Cessna. Cessna 9 Victor Delta traffic, no factor, contact Oakland Center 128.7, good day.
128.7, 9 Victor Delta. Oakland Center, this is Twin Cessna 799 Victor Delta, 11,000 per Avenel.
November 799 Victor Delta, Oakland Center, roger, the pass triple south somewhere, 2989er.
2989er. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn the boost pumps on. Okay. Fuel flow should go up. I'm going to turn to the left ox tank. Wait 20 seconds, maybe more like.
Onyx 10, contact Oakland Center on 123.8 or 353.8.
That was a little disconcerting. Push the tank, the engine stops. Looks like it's going now, no flashing. Something wrong. Guy would have started flashing. Everything looks good. I think I'm just going to leave the boost pump on. So it's kind of cool that you can see those on the top right there. You can see it says left boost and right boost. I had those little annunciators added to this extra display function, multi-function. Burn about 10.6, 10.9 on the engines there.
799 Victor Delta, are you direct flight Q?
So on 9 Victor Delta, we're going direct AVE.
9 Victor Delta.
As we get closer, the slighter we're off, the more it looks like we're off on the indicator. I got wind from from my right. All right. Because the desired track is 127, right? But I'm aimed at anywhere from 143 to 150. You can see what I'm talking about here. You can see that the desired track is where that purple thing is right there, and I'm actually flying like 147. So it says 127 is desired track. That's where the arrow is, but I'm heading 145 or something. So in this airplane, we have 4 tanks. We have 2 for each engine, and they're connected via crossover. But the main tanks are actually the tip tanks. Normally the mains are the internal on the wing tanks, but on this the Cessna 310s, the main tanks are actually the big tanks out on the wings there. They can hold 50 gallons each. And auxiliary tanks, which are actually the ones on the wings, are much smaller. They can hold 20 each. So total gas in this particular Cessna 310 is 140 gallons. So what's interesting about this fuel system, I've probably said it before in a million other videos, is that when you do switch to the auxiliary fuel tanks, which are in the wings, the fuel, when it returns, so generally the engine sucks in more, or the engine-driven pump provides more fuel than the engine actually needs. And there's an overflow and essentially a return fuel line back to the main tanks for the Cessna 310. Now, when you suck the gas out of the auxiliary tank, the return flow of fuel does not return to the auxiliary tanks. So, because that would be extra hosing, so it only returns to the main tanks. So, if you're going to use the auxiliary tanks, you actually have to use, at least for a half hour, main tanks, so that there's enough room for when you switch the auxiliary tanks and the extra fuel needs to return from the auxiliary tank. So it's
Number 809er 1 Lima, contact Lamore.
if you don't burn the fuel for at least a half hour out of your main tanks and they were full, then when you switch to aux tanks, return fuel just pushes overboard. So right ahead of us is the Grapevine. So if you were driving your car, you have to go up that. Generally a little bit on the traffic side, depending on when you go. But it'll be much nicer to fly over it. Be clear of it in like 15 minutes of flying instead of an hour and change getting up and over it. Maybe that's the coast over there, maybe that's a bunch of clouds, can't tell. Generally in this area you're going to get a little turbulence as you fly over though. So this is the general area of Bakersfield, I think, or maybe I just passed Bakersfield. There's the Sierra Nevada mountains over there. So pretty soon we're going to be heading into LA here. I'm going to look at this approach.
November 9er Victor Delta, contact Bakersfield approach 118.8, get 8.
118.8. Bakersfield approach, this is Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta 11,000.
Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, Bakersfield approach, Bakersfield 29er 82.
29er 82. If I can brief this approach here real quick. Alright, so the runways are going to be 290 is the runway. The approach course is going to be 294 degrees. Touchdown elevation is going to be 97 feet. This approach procedure is going to be, do not exceed 185 knots.
Coming in and landing at Meadows. They're probably going to be passing through your altitude at about 10 mile final. So if you can remain at northeast
and then
of your
it's going to be
position.
climb to 3,000, direct to Xana, or Xana, and track 221 degrees to the finish, and hold
North 64 Fox,
climb to 3,000.
remain northeast of your current position. I will let you know when you can resume your work.
ATIS is going to be 125.6, so I'll just put that in there right now.
Air 4875 Kilo, contact Joshua approach 124.55.
Looks like the approach can start at the Seal Beach POR, because that's where I'm navigating to. And it'll be at an altitude of a minimum of 2,000. And then once we cross Bilbo, which is the final approach fix, and even as we cross over Driffy. So as we cross over Driffy, the initial fix and then the final approach fix will still be at 2,000. And after that, we can follow it down to an altitude of 367
Alpha,
feet.
contact LA Center 125.8.
So 367 would be our lowest that we could descend. Knowing that the field elevation in 97, that's 267 feet approximately above the ground that we descend to. Hopefully we'll see the runway, considering the fact it's severe clear over there.
64 Foxtrot, affirmative, you're keeping good spacing from final.
We're just flying IFR because
Flexjet 572, descend and maintain 7,000.
flying through the
Maintain 7,000, Flexjet
Los Angeles
Flexjet 572, report the field in sight. Your
airspace. It's
26
a
miles.
little bit tricky if you're just going to do a straight VFR.
3 miles northeast.
There is a VFR corridor that you can fly. You just fly a specific radial. It's like 139. I don't know. I looked it up. You actually need the terminal chart. But I decided against it because I didn't know what the weather was going to be like. The weather was reporting, I think, few clouds at 1,000, and prior to that it was marginal, or it was IFR, so I didn't want to risk it. And then also it's just much easier to just fly IFR into LA, because especially at 11,000, they're gonna hopefully fly me over the top of everything and then just descend me.
Victor Delta, traffic 1 o'clock, 8 miles northwestbound, 12,000 Centurion.
Sun 9er Victor Delta, we got him on ASB, we'll be looking for him outside. What's also kind of interesting on this flight is I'm flying the airways.
Golf Charlie, before I lose you, change by frequency 118.9er.
In between, VORs, and I'm definitely seeing a lot more traffic exactly opposite me.
Air 6 Echo Charlie, roger, thanks.
Flying the same airway as well.
Enter 9 Victor Delta, traffic has you inside, no factor.
9 Victor Delta, 9 Victor Delta has traffic.
Thank you. Shafter Minor Northwest bound,
Airways.
at us 9,000.
Victor Airways. They're generally links between VORs. But right now, this is the grapevine ahead of us. So pardon my not great video taking because I'm just holding the camera out the window and I'm now exclusively looking at the instruments here as we get closer. The better I stay on track now when it's heat, the more slack they'll cut me when it gets tough. Just kidding. I try to stay on course and on altitude the whole way. Right now we are flying at 11,000 feet. Here to be holding track. And it says we have an airspeed, indicated airspeed of about 155, but now we have a ground speed of 170, so we're finally getting some good wind here. Finally. Okay. But now we're hauling, and at that 170 we're only burning, I don't know, just, 10.7 on one and 10, just 11 on the right. With full throttle and 2300 RPM. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because this approach at Torrance here starts at 2,000 and I'm at 11,000, so they're going to have to start descending me at some point. Yeah, because you don't want to descend too quickly. There's something called cold shocking the engine. Essentially what that means is, so at altitude right now, our cylinder head temperatures are at, so on the left engine, it's a nice, cool, like, I don't know, 336 is the highest temperature. On the right engine, I think runs a little bit hotter. Its max temperature is like 396. It's a little bit on the hot side, but not too bad. Anyways, as you descend, you know, the first thing you're going to do to descend is you're going to reduce the power, right? Well, but if you got to descend really quickly, then you're going to pull back the throttle a lot more. But what happens is, we're sitting up here at an outside air temperature of 52 degrees. If you pull that throttle back, then you're not going to be making as much heat internal to the engine with, you know, internal combustion. Your engine's going to cool down. It's going to start to cool down real quick because as you reduce the power, you're also going to dive down, which is going to increase the airflow over the engine without increasing the amount of heat you're drawing, you know, creating from the engine via combustion. And so what's going to happen is as you dive and reduce the throttle, you're going to super cool your engine.
Cessna 799er Victor Delta, contact LA Center 125.8, have a safe flight.
125.8. So basically, what happens is the engine starts at maybe 400 degrees, and then all of a sudden it's like super cool down to like 200 something, and that'll actually cause the metal to crack. That's called cold shock, and if the metal on the cylinders cracks, you got to get a new cylinder. Hopefully it holds together at least, and doesn't like completely blow apart. But it'll get rough, and potentially blow apart. So you got to be careful. So generally you want to have a controlled descent. So you start going down much further out, so you can keep some throttle in the engine, which will keep it warm on its way down. So a lot of the times what you do is you keep the engine with some throttle in it, and instead put out high drag devices that increase your rate of descent without increasing your speed. So I would put the gear down, put full flaps, and maybe start side slipping it while still maintaining, you know, a marginal amount of gas in the engine, which will keep it warm. All right, I got to report in now. Approach, this is twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta 11,000.
Cessna 799er Victor Delta, LA Center, the Burbank altimeter 2988.
2988. So it makes things much better. Okay, so I lost my right engine, so it looks like that's definitely off. I'm going to switch to my right main tank there. My boost pump is on, so there you go. So that was an example of losing your engine. So now we're kind of wobbling around here. All right, so that thing's off by like 14 gallons. But so now you saw exactly what happens if you lose an engine. pitch, dip, roll, mixture, throttle, pop. I didn't have to do any of that because I'm at 11,000 feet. I just knew exactly what was going on there.
Victor Delta, contact SoCal approach 124.6, good day.
124.6. Approach, this is Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, 11,000.
First 799er Victor Delta, approach first 29er
29er 89er.
9er Victor Delta, just maintain 9,000.
9,000, 9er Victor Delta. Out under those clouds.
4.2, 537,
Probably the coast. That can always blow in, and that's why I didn't want to come in here on VFR on such a long distance. Okay, let's reduce the throttle just a edge.
SoCal, could you please say again frequency for Twin Star once you try to Alpha?
As you descend, you also have to increase the mixture. Oh wow, there's LA. That's cool. We're just about to get on top of the chart. My procedure that's loaded on top of the map there, so I can see it. We're getting close here. Approach, this is Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, 9,000.
Cessna 799er Victor Delta, SoCal approach, LA altimeter 2990.
2990.
9er Victor Delta, contact approach 124.3.
124.3. There's the ocean, the coast is clear.
November 9er Victor Delta, flighting 180, descend maintain 8,000.
180 at 8,000.
Cessna 9er Victor Delta, descend maintain 7,000, connect approach 125.35.
125.35, descend and maintain 7,000, 9er Victor Delta. Approach, this is Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, heading 180, descending to 7,000.
Twin Cessna 799er Victor Delta, SoCal approach, descend and maintain 6,000, slow to your practical speed, and stand by.
9er Victor Delta, 6,000.
And start slowing down, because it's going to be a while before I can get you lower. 30 Charlie, SoCal approach, maintain VFR at 4,000, stand by.
VFR 4,000.
419er, SoCal departure, ident, maintain VFR at 3,500 feet. 9 Victor Delta, fly heading 120, descend and maintain 5,000.
120, 5,000.
9 Victor Delta, and did you want the ILS tune on your right or the RNAV approach?
RNAV. 9er Victor Delta.
For the RNAV.
SoCal 176, how busy is the practice area over by the breakwater?
Oh my goodness. You would not believe.
Understood, we'll stay over here. 176, thank you.
Even in these not so bad, there's only one person over there.
We'll take it.
9 Victor Delta, traffic 12 o'clock, 2 miles, turning eastbound, Skyhawk 3,500 feet, trying to get out of your way, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, I have the Skyhawk.
9350 for 853.
9 Victor Delta, turn right heading 200, expedite that descent, descend and maintain 3,000.
Maintain 3,000, 200, 9 Victor Delta.
9 Victor Delta, continue right and turn 260, join the final approach course, and we got traffic coming at you at 3,000.
Turn to 260 and then join the approach course, 9 Victor Delta.
Yep, 9 Victor Delta, descend and maintain 2,700.
2,700, 9 Victor Delta.
That's a 176, altitude to your discretion over there.
Altitude, my discretion, 53176.
53176, traffic 12 o'clock, 2 miles, maneuvering 3,000, traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles, maneuvering 4,200 feet, and some guy at 5,000 feet.
Have a good sight, 53176.
Thanks!
9 Victor Delta, 270, report established.
Victor Delta, you're 3 miles from Zilba, maintaining 2,700 until we're established on the final approach course. We are cleared on approach runway 29 away.
Niner Victor Delta, maintain 2,700 until established and cleared for the approach. And I'm tracking in now.
Contact Torrance Tower 133.07.
Niner Victor Delta, contact tower. Torrance Tower, this is Twin Cessna 799 Victor Delta for landing on runway 29 right.
Twin Cessna 799 Victor Delta, runway 29 or Torrance Tower, runway 29 right, clear to land.
29 right, clear to land, 9 Victor Delta. Okay, so boost pumps are on.
Contact ground.
Gas.
Contact ground, just well pump on.
3 greens, 1 the mirror. We can descend to 400 feet. But definitely I got some wind from over there actually. Trying to look out. All right, not bad. Good. So it's on, gas on, full tank. Air down. There's 400 feet.
7250 Charlie Bravo Torrance Tower, roger. Runway 200 right, clear to land, make straight in, and ATIS information kilos current now. Wind 27015, altimeter 2987.
Runway 29 right, clear to land, 0 Charlie Bravo.
Twin Cessna 9 Victor Delta, turn left Charlie and contact ground.
Left on Charlie and contact ground.